Because that's how I look at down. If I'm down for you, if we gonna be Bonnie and Clyde, we gonna rob together, we gonna steal together, we gonna do whatever it takes for me to be down for you. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Sit back, relax. As you can see, it is just me. Hit the like, the share, the subscribe button, and come along on this ride. Why? Because this a vibe. Because this a vibe, yeah. All right, y'all. Let's talk about it. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. I hope that y'all have been watching my other videos. I hope that y'all are liking and subscribing, honey. I know, like I said, I got to rebuild this channel and try to get my views and stuff up. But one thing I'm going to always do is be my authentic self. I'm going to talk real. I'm going to have real conversations. And hey, I guess only the strong survive. But anyway, so I had to film today at my desk, okay? Because my grandbaby in there, she doing a whole lot of looking at YouTube, just a whole lot of stuff. So I normally have my notepad, but I said, why don't I just start writing my notes on my computer and I just bring my laptop whenever I get ready to have a conversation. So what I want to talk about today is being careful of the company that you keep. You got to be careful who you are hanging around, who you are entertaining, who you are allowing to occupy space in your life, your friends, friends, because sometimes when they come around, they bring their friends in. You just got to be careful of people that you are just allowing in your space, their energy. Some people bring about bad energy and just their vibes. And so I just think that I'm just going to speak real like I always do. I'm not a bank robber, a killer, nothing like that. And I don't want friends at all. I put it that way. Now, I know that sometimes we may not be on the same page. We may not be do some of the same things or something, But I'm saying from my perspective, I don't want friends that do things like that. Like, I don't want that type of energy. I don't want that. I just don't want that in my circle. So, I wrote down a couple of things that I want to remember. Because like I said, if I don't write it down, I'll forget some of the pointers or some of the stuff that I want to say. And I'll even explain a toxic friendship. Because I've had several toxic friendships of just a whole lot. But anyway, okay. So I like to always make sure that I'm speaking. I let everybody know that some things are simply my opinion, my perspective of how I think of things, and that doesn't necessarily. Actually, it doesn't at all reflect how you may feel, okay? But I'm just saying sometimes you got to be careful of the company you keep. Sometimes you can hang out with people that act like they have your well-being at hand. Like, hang out with people that you think got your best interest at heart, but the whole time they are laughing behind your back, love to see you fail, don't want to be the only one that is making crazy decisions, because some people just like that. Normally a good friend would tell you, you shouldn't do this or you shouldn't do that. Or even if they do it, they still gonna tell you what's right and what's wrong. But sometimes people don't want to be the only one out making the wrong decision or doing crazy things, so they bring you in with them. Why do you think sometimes drug addicted men will hook their girlfriends on it? Because they know that she got something that can make some money, so he brings her in on it. Why? If you know what drugs done to you, or what they how they affected you, why would you give that to your girlfriend? Why would you give that to your family? Why would you give that to anybody that you say that you love if you know what it could do? Because you got to be careful of the company you keep. Somebody that loves you is not going to give you. I don't care if I was a stone cold crackhead. I'm not going to give that drug to nobody. I wouldn't dare give a hand of pipe to my daughter, my child, my son, my cousins, any of that, because you know what it does. But sometimes people, don't care about you like they think they care about you. And again, we will ignore red flags when it comes to those things too. Different relationships and friendships with people will ignore red flags and not see that this person really wants me to fail. You just look at how you feel, but sometimes you got to go off a person's action. It doesn't matter how much you love that person. They need to love you the same. So you need to be able to recognize when someone does not love you the same, when somebody does not care about you the same. What would somebody do that cares about you? Would somebody that loves you offer you drugs? Would somebody that loves you ask you to steal something with them or for them? Would somebody that loves you ask you to rob somebody? Something that can, you know what I'm saying? People that's their company. That's their company. That's why I don't believe in down females. I know I'm not down, because if I say I'm down for you, that means I'm down with whatever you do, whether wrong or right. No. I love you enough to let you go. And if that's the decision that you want to make, then you got to make it without me, because I'm not going to support you being on drugs or harming yourself or doing things that can get you sent to jail. I'm not down for that. I'm not down for that. And we should have a good enough relationship that I should be able to express that to you, or I should be able to say that without you feeling offended. Those are manipulators. Okay? They're manipulators. When people like, oh, you just not there for me, or you just don't support me. Now, why would I support you robbing people? Why would I support you if you have a drug habit? Why would I support you selling drugs to hurt and harm other people? That's not it. That's not it, young girls, young women, old women. That's not it. That's not love. That's not support. That's not being down. Sometimes you can love a person enough to allow them to make their mistakes and go on, but I'm not going to watch you make them. I'm not going to watch you make them, and I'm not going to be part of it. So you got to be careful, like I said, of the company that you keep. Okay? Because I don't want to be known as something that I'm not. Now, some people say they don't care what people think. No, some people, I don't care what you think, but to a certain extent, I do. Because if that's not me, that's not me. And I want to walk in my truth, and I want to be the truth. And so I don't want nobody to think I'm something that I'm not. When you go into a job interview, you want them to know you lazy? Probably not. So you do care. It depends on what the circumstances and the situations are. You tend to don't care what, yeah. I lost my train of thought that quick. But anyway, yeah. And so when you go into walk by somebody and they grab their purse and they do something, you want them to think you a thief? No, it becomes offensive when people think things of you that you're not. So you really do care, because if you didn't, you wouldn't think nothing of it. So I prefer to live and walk in my truth, and I do care about what certain people think of me. If I'm not that, I don't want to be known as that. I don't want to be lied on. I don't want to be just things that's not true to certain people. You know, everybody, some people you don't know, you probably don't care. I don't know. I'm just giving you an example. But anyway, so I just wrote down some things, like I said, so I can remember some keynotes that I want to remember to talk about, how you have to be careful of the company you keep, and how sometimes you can be around people. Have you ever heard somebody be like, they went with somebody to do something, or they was with somebody and that person did something and then they had to do jail time too? That's from not being careful of the company that you keep. Or they go somewhere with somebody have a shootout, and the innocent person that went with them end up losing their life because this person lived a certain life, and because you just want to hang with them, because you want to be so down and make people feel like you're not judging them. Well, no, I'm not judging you, but I have a right to say what I would like in my life. That's why I don't understand why come sometimes when people become famous or get to a certain place, why they don't leave out their hometown, because a lot of times those people don't be supporting you anyway. So you might as well go on move where the other people at. I'm just saying. Because a lot of times they be like, oh, well, that person went back home and that's where they got murdered at, or they went back home and this where that happened at. Why does that happen at home where the people that's supposed to love you, and for some reason people, I don't know, y'all. I don't know, I'm just saying. So anyway, be careful of the company you keep. Be careful who you hanging around. Be careful who you listening to. Be careful who you doing things with. You got to be able to know that. I'm going to tell you from experience. Somebody that truly loves and cares about you is not going to co-sign recommend, ask you to do anything that's hurtful, detrimental to you, your character, any of that. They're not going to ask you to do any of that. And if you choose to do it, they're going to tell you. You want to be in the company of people that's going to tell you what's right, whether you like it or not. Well, you don't have a choice but to respect it. You don't have to like it. You just have to respect it. And that goes for the young generation, the old generation. It don't skip nobody. So the conversation that I try to have a conversation that can apply to any and everybody. Because you can be a young fool just as well as you can be old one. And still thinking that you got to hold on to toxic relationships. People that don't mean you well. People that don't mean you no good. People that don't care about your well-being. People that really are envious and would like to see you fail because they failing. I'm telling you, people will give you the wrong advice on purpose. But because you want to do what you want to do, you want to hear it. You go with it, and then you fail, and then they still, what? Talk about you. So be careful. Be careful who you talking to. Who you even take advice from. Because somebody that people tell you anything. So anyway, like I said, I be writing down a couple notes because I don't be wanting to forget some of the stuff I got to say. So I had saw this little passage or whatever you want to call it, paragraph or whatever. But it says, individuals hanging out with the wrong crowd often exhibit significant changes in behavior, reflecting the negative influences of their peer group. Meaning that oftentimes when an individual is hanging out with somebody that is the wrong crowd, they tend to pick up their behavior. I've always had a motto. You gonna go with me or we ain't going. That means that I'm not about to do what you're doing. You're going to have to do what I'm doing, but I'm not about to do what you're doing. Because I probably don't do that. And if I don't do that, I don't do that. So we can go our separate ways and meet up another time. They go for anything, friendship, relationship. I just kind of stand for right. I don't even, I used to I'm going to give you a prime example of somebody that wants you to be there for them in the correct way and don't co-sign to their bad behavior. Now, if somebody used to do something like offensively to my husband, it would make me mad. And I would get mad too. Like if he was mad about it, I'd get mad about it too. And then one day we was talking about something. He was like, well, somebody got to be the voice of reason. If I'm already upset, I don't need you to get upset because that could go bad. I never thought about it like that. That could go bad. So if he's already angry, mad, it's escalating, I get in there, throw my little 2 cents in and make it hotter, somebody could end up losing their life. Somebody got to be the voice of reason and say, you know what? It's not worth it. Leave that alone, or we'll come back to that. See, you got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them. Like I said in a video a long time ago, know when to walk away and know when to run. Because my mama told me, you rather say, there she go, than there she lay. And they go for he or she. So sometimes somebody got to be the voice of reason to de-escalate a situation. You don't need when your friend call you clapping on the phone because I done got into it with these girls and they got me messed up. You like, let me put my shoes on. You be the one to go over there and get dealt with. Or he call you, say, bro, I done got into it with these fellas over here and whatever, such. And you be like, okay, I'm on my way. You don't know if you're walking into a death trap. Assess the situation and then deal with it. However you deal with it. Hey, if you about that life, you about that life. So you know what's up. But somebody got to be the voice of reason. Sometimes you can't act right then. Sometimes you can't do that right then. Somebody got to calm somebody down and be like, okay, we'll handle that later. Or we'll get to that later. Whatever that may be. Or you can even choose the best choice is to let God handle it. Pray about it, let God handle it. I know flesh don't want to do that. We want to, we want to get our revenge, baby, by any means necessary, today, tomorrow. We don't care when it is. If you cross us, we want it. But the best revenge is none. Let God handle it. Because they gonna get it where it really hurt. They gonna get it where it really hurt. So anyway, bad company can be disrespect your boundaries. Oh, I don't like this. Or I don't like that, but they continue to do that or do this. That's bad company. When you pick me up, please don't go buy Kush or whatever people own now. But then as soon as they pick you up, what they do? Oh, please don't pop up at my house. Have some respect. But when they're in the neighborhood, what they do? They don't know how to stay in their boundaries. They encourage you to be dishonest. When you tell them about something that you're doing that's not honest, they'll be like, oh, okay. Or you are honest. They'll be like, oh, well, if I was you, I wouldn't do that. They gave you too much change. Oh, I wouldn't get that back. That's not a good friend. You know, because karma is real. And what goes around comes around, and what goes up must come down. Be careful of the company that you keep. Treat you different in a group setting. They're a whole nother way when you get around other people. So we're really not as close as I thought we was. When you get around other people, you really probably be talking about me. That's why people behavior change. If you notice that, it's probably because they're talking about you, they're saying all these different things about you. And so that's why when they get around them, they got to treat you according to what they've told them about you. Don't ignore the red flags in friendships, please. Okay? Easily angered or aggressive. Every time you say something. What? Or it can go to a fight level. You should never, if you're close to somebody, it should never go to fighting. But you got to be careful. Now, why? How many people you heard say, oh, I went on a trip with these girls, and when we got down there, they jumped me. Careful of the company you keep. You ignored all the red flags, all that nastiness that they probably was doing, all them subliminals, all that. Don't do subliminals with me. Go and say what you mean what you say, because you ain't going to hurt me anyway. I don't like subliminals. Anything subliminal, you really ain't talking to me. Okay? Let's start that. Let me start there. I'm sorry. Toxic people can be control freaks. They want to run everything. They want to tell you what to do. I like to run stuff. Me. And I have been, people have said, not people, but somebody have always told me, be telling me, like, you don't tell me what to do. So sometimes I have to check myself, because that's toxic. That's toxic. And that's just because I am a very dominant person. So I may find, but I'm also a loving person. So a lot of times I do things that I don't want to do to satisfy other people. Meaning I go back and forth about what we're going to eat when I really know kind of what I want to eat. But I feel like you may not want that. So I'm kind of understanding when it comes to stuff like that. It's a lot. But I try my best not to be toxic. Everybody probably got a little toxic trait in them. And I guess that one is maybe mine's, like being so, dominant. But still, even when it comes to me, if that's offensive to you, tell me so I can, baby, calm down. If I still want to be your friend. When people still want to be your friend or in a relationship with you or whatever you in your life, period. Not just some things you cannot do. You cannot do, or you cannot be dismissive of how a person may feel or how you're making a person feel. Because to me, if you continue to do things that I tell you that I do not like or I do not appreciate, then you don't want to be in a relationship and you don't want to be cordial friends or nothing anyway. So, it is what it is. Sometimes they can be angry venters. All I want to talk about is negative stuff all the time. From one negative subject to another negative subject to another negative subject. That's all they want to talk about. That's what I said when I said I've had toxic friendships. That every time we talk, it was about something negative. I don't have the energy for things like that. I don't want to do that. Now, if I'm a life coach or something like that, I'm fine with that. Because strangers will tell me their business. I don't know why. I can meet a stranger. I went to the doctor one time and the lady told me that all about her husband was mean. For some reason, people just open up to me. They'll just tell me anything. Just tell me anything. But I'm just saying, they can be an angry venter. I'm sorry. Just rah, 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 rah. Drama kings or queen. Girl, it wasn't even like that. Why you doing all that? They just all about this drama. Every time you turn around, they putting their shoes on to go fight somebody or get into it. Not drama. Toxic. Be careful of the company you keep. You been ran into a knife fight. A gunfight with a knife. Stay in your lane. Stay out them toxic relationships. First of all, to me, at a certain age, you will not be still doing all that. I wish I would be 30, 40, 50 years old, still telling me I'm finna go fight somebody. You don't need to be doing it in your 20s, but I'm saying I sure don't want to be in my 30, 40, 50 still talking about I'm finna put my shoes on and fight somebody. Now I'm gonna defend myself by any means necessary. Because like me, freedom, if y'all don't know freedom, that's my her. And Frida, that's my 9. If you know, you know. So me, freedom, and freedom. I'm sorry. Me, freedom, and freedom. I'm so off. But anyway, gonna do what we gotta do when it needs to be done to defend ourselves. So I'll put it that way. I'm not gonna run to nobody fight because I don't know if I'm coming to a gunfight with a knife. And I don't even know if I'm going to a gunfight with my gun. And they got more than one person that's on this. I just don't run the stuff. I don't go to people's house. I don't knock on doors. I don't do all that. I never have. I've always used my common sense. Okay? Although we know it's not that common. You know, we came to that conclusion a while ago that sometimes it just ain't, it ain't that common. It just ain't that common. You just got to be careful of the company you keep. So if she kiki kakai about her talking to y'all other friend man, she'll talk to yours. Be careful of the company you keep. And that's another, I had a friendship like that, where she was discussing talking to someone else's guy that was within the circle. I mean, not the circle, but the place that we all used to go. She was talking to her guy and still laughing and talking in her face. And I said, oh, okay. I got you. I see you. I see you. Now, like I said, I'm not proclaiming to be innocent or nothing like that. I've lived and learned and some things that I don't do. Some things I don't do no more. Some places I don't go. Some places I don't go no more. Meaning I used to. I say in a minute, I used to be a mess. Toxic, probably. Probably because I could get mad I could get mad. But I've always been the type that believe in you reaping what you sow. And so that means whatever I sowed and I reaped, I dealt with it. Because I know what I did. But I also changed my crowd. I also changed my circumstances, my situation, the people I well, that's the same thing as crowd. Hang out with, the places I go, all that. I changed all that. But that's the thing about it. You don't see it when you in it. You ever lived in a neighborhood and it was normal to you to see certain things? It was normal to you to hear gunshots. It was normal to you to... You wasn't even scared when you hear them no more. Know that people got robbed, stole cars, all that. And then you grew up, right? You moved out. And then you go back over there. And you're like, dang, I wasn't scared of that. Somebody pop a firecracker. You might pee a little bit. But you were so immune to it, it was just part of everyday life. You never noticed it because you was in it. That happens. You can become desensitized to things in life. Things in life, things around you, circumstances, situations. You become desensitized to all that. So what you need to do is take time to step back. Reevaluate yourself, reevaluate your life, get you together as a whole, and then you'll be able to see the negative things because you stepped away from it. So you can't see it when you're in it. You got to step out of it. You can't see a building if you're in it. You got to step outside, step back, and then you can see what the whole building look like. So sometimes you just got to remove yourself. So this video became a little bit longer. I tried to cut it off. I didn't even use all the little stuff that I had wrote down because it seems like every time I said something, I had to go way over there with it. But anyway, I hope that it was informative. And don't feel guilty. Don't feel guilty when you remove yourself. Don't feel guilty when you let people go. Don't feel guilty when you choose you. Because that's what you eventually have to do. When you being careful of the company you keep, you may have to let go some relationships, some friends, some situations, some circumstances, some people, some places, things, all of it. But you got to be step back and see that. And you'll see that, okay, oh, but this is why I'm always sad when I'm around her, because she is putting her negative energy on me. Her negative thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Like all these things that she just... he or she is just placing upon you. They negative. When they talk to you, they want to talk about who man they cheating with. That ain't said, may not be sitting well with you. But you don't realize why coming, or when that person coming around, their vibes, it's just not there because honestly, it's a red flag and a warning sign. This person probably don't even really like you. Talking about you behind your back, telling people bad things about you, badgering you, all that. Listen to yourself, listen to your body, listen to your mind. Get some time to yourself to reevaluate yourself and do what's best for you. And always be careful of the company that you keep. Because like I said in another video, to a certain extent, birds of a feather do flock. They do flock together. Because if I'm not a car thief, I don't want to go with you to steal cars. I don't even want to be in the midst of that. I don't want to be around that. I don't even want to be around nobody that know that I'm not like that, but keep trying to influence me to do things like that. Or to be around things like that. People that love you and care, be like, hey, you can't go with me because, we finna go hit a lick. They keep you separated from that because they love you, they care about you, they know you better than that. And even if you want to do it, you ain't going to do it with me. That's what people that care about you do. People that don't really care about you will bring you right on in the circle. Well, just come with us to see how it is. All right, y'all. As usual, I must be important. Somebody call my phone again. So anyway, I guess that's my cue. Y'all didn't watch the whole video anyway. Maybe you'll get a little snippet out of it. I don't know. But just be careful of the company you keep. Be careful with the company you're with. Be in the midst of people that love you and care about you and want your well-being. Lead them down, people, over there. Because that's how I look at down. If I'm down for you, if we're going to be Bonnie and Clyde, we're going to rob together, we're going to steal together, we're going to do whatever it takes for me to be down for you. If you think about it, it don't even make sense. Who want to do that? Child. But anyway, I'll be back to give y'all another video. Make sure y'all share my videos. If y'all like my conversations, please let me know. Please share it with your kids. Because my videos are kid friendly. Because sometimes they may need to know that. That's why you keep on getting expelled. Because you keep on wanting to follow Waukesha and them. The Tim, Man, Shay, Pip and them. Into drama. Stand out. You ain't got to be in the crowd. Stand out. You so much more intelligent. Stand out. So anyway, I said all that to say this. Be careful of the company that you keep. Make sure you like, subscribe, share my videos. And until next time, I'll be back. And then what? Somebody, anybody, everybody scream.